Happy January, friends! I am in the kitchen today and I'm going to try to bring you a healthy recipe idea. Yep. Healthy is kind of in the eye of the beholder, right? So to me, something from scratch is going to be healthier than going through the drive-thru. In the monthly recipe group collab with I'm Merely Melissa and Christy's Farmhouse. This month we're making healthy recipes. Now, one could fight the idea on what is and isn't healthy, but as long as it's coming from your kitchen rather than a drive-thru, my opinion is it's going to be a healthy option. So today we're going to make a kielbasa sheet pan meal. The recipe that I got inspiration from, I will post a link down below. And they said to start with our vinaigrette first, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, this is my salad dressing maker that I've had for years. So we're going to start here with 1/4 of a cup of olive oil of your choice. I know that there are some olive oils out there that are better for cooking and some are better for salad dressings. You do you. Spoons, they required red wine vinegar, but I only have white wine vinegar, and I personally like the balsamic when I am doing anything with cabbage or Brussels sprouts. So that's what we're going to use today. And we need 2 tablespoons of that. Oh, that smells so good. I just love balsamic anything. Balsamic glaze on so many things is just amazing. And then they asked for stone ground or whole grain mustard. We're going to use this spicy brown mustard today. I'm also participating in the 3 Rivers. Whoa, that's a little bit more than a tablespoon now, isn't it? I'm participating in the 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge, so we're just using what we have, but that's really how I cook anyway. We need a clove of garlic. Okay, I know all you naysayers, this is going to be really hard to see me do this. But it's definitely healthier to use fresh garlic if you have it on hand. We also want to add some salt and fresh cracked pepper. Let's see. 1/4 teaspoon here. Now, if you have restrictions and want to use a salt alternative, absolutely go for it. And then just kind of a shake of pepper to your liking. And we're going to give this a quick mix. And there is our vinaigrette dressing for when it's done baking. Now, we can move on to getting our tray ready. All right, let's just get this out of the way, friends. This is an old, well-used, well-loved pan. I need to replace it. It does tend to burn a little, but for roasting, it just seems like it just gets dirty all over again. So the first thing I want to do is put just a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of this pan to keep it from sticking. I'm going to slice up 1/2 pound. This is beef kielbasa sausage. And I'm just going to cut it into rounds. Looks like I need to sharpen my knife. And I'm going to take my greased hands and we're going to pick some of that up. Rather than put this in a bowl, I don't think it needs the oil, the salt, and the pepper. Because to me, this stuff is already, this is kind of a processed meat. And so, one might say not healthy. So, choose chicken breast if you want. Or fish. Or whatever. Or no meat at all. I'm going to take the oil from the pan. Because I got a little too much there. And we're just going to coat this up. And I'm going to make just a strip here of the kielbasa. And then next we're going to move to the potatoes. So it calls for 1 pound of red-skinned potatoes, and they want you to cut them in rounds. Again, I don't have red-skinned potatoes today, and I have 3 potatoes left in my pantry out of that bag, and so I wanted to get that bag used up, and so we're just gonna use these because again we're not buying if we don't have to this month. And it just so happened, oops, look, I'm getting sidetracked. It just so happens that these 3 potatoes were just over 1 pound. So I'm going to throw these potatoes into a bowl off to the side here. Basically, I'm just trying to dice them into similar sized pieces so that it'll cook evenly. You can make them into rounds. You can do like me and you can make them into chunks. Just as long as it's somewhat evenly diced, you'll be good. We like to leave the skins off. I scrub these really, really well. But if you're a skins off person, no worries. Get your peeler out and get your happy on. So I just make sure that I scrub them really, really well. We're going to drizzle on a little bit of, I just eyeball when I cook. I will put the actual measurements down for you, but I added some oil, a little salt, a little pepper, and we're just going to toss these to coat. I just want to make sure that it's evenly coated all over the entire potato. You can get your hands in there. And we're going to put these right next to our sausage to cook. And I'm going to take up, kind of want to leave about half the pan. Try to get these little sausages flat. I think that they will brown up and cook nicely if they're flat and everything's in one layer. Okay. And then instead of cabbage, we like Brussels sprouts. I needed a half of a head of cabbage. So I'm just going to use this bag of Brussels sprouts. There's about, I think, 2 pounds in here. Yeah, and I like to cut them in half. So I will set and cut these in half real quick. Making sure that if there's any that look bad, that I peel off any of the older looking leaves. We got these at Sam's at a really good price. I knew we had the pantry challenge coming up, and I knew that this kind of stuff stays well in the refrigerator. So I probably didn't have to use it right away, but I wanted to bring you guys what I felt like was a healthy meal today. I needed something quick and easy because we're getting really nasty weather right now. I think a lot of the United States is getting what, winter throws at us. And I'm spending a lot of my energy taking care of the farm animals. And so a quick and easy dinner that I can prepare was the way to go. Okay, now that our Brussels sprouts have been cut in half, we're going to drizzle them also with some oil. I'm being quite generous. I don't want them sticking. Let's see, and salt, pepper. Another quick toss. And then on to the sheet pan they go. I know I have a little more than I needed, but leftovers is not a bad thing. And while you have the oven going, it just makes sense to go ahead and cook it all up. So this will hopefully make a side for some future meals this next week. We'll probably eat all the potatoes and meat and about half of the Brussels sprouts, I'm guessing. Now this will go into a preheated 400-degree oven for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to take these, I'm going to stir them up. I want to make sure I flip over my sausages and stir this other stuff up. And then I'll bake it for another, 15 minutes. Doesn't that look lovely? Hear the sizzles. Okay, we'll get our dressing back out. Give it a good mix. And then we're just gonna drizzle this on the top of everything. This mustard vinaigrette smells, so divine. I'm gonna go ahead and toss the veggies and meat one more time. My family's favorite. On some parsley. Especially on our potatoes. Just because I can, we're going to go ahead and put some Parmesan on top too. Here's our plate. No video around here is complete without a taste test. So this is the first time for me to make a sheet pan meal. Usually when I roast veggies or whatever, I just kind of mix everything together. We're going to give this a try. One with all 3 pieces. The potatoes are soft. So is the cabbage. A lot of times when I do roasted veggies, the cabbage it's still pretty crunchy. The meat probably could have done 5 minutes less. But otherwise, I would say give this a try, friends. What healthy meals do you like to make? Share with me in the comments below. Until next time, bye for now.